Hi everyone. I would like to show you some Google Meet settings that have recently changed. I want to demonstrate for you what Google is now calling sticky keys. And what that means is that these are settings that the host has that should retain from Meet to Meet, even after you close it out. So let's test it out together and see how this works. So I'm going to join this now. And let's just pretend this is a meet. This could be a meet that you created in your calendar. It could be a meet that is directly from your Google Classroom. As long as you are the one that created it and you are the first person to access this page, you are the host, okay? If you remember from one of the videos that we did a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to join this now, and I'm going to show you exactly what to look for. When you are the host, you're going to see this down here. This is that host controls symbol. It's like a little blue shield. You want to click on that. And here is what we want to test out. Google just launched this as what they call a sticky key on December 9th, and they're rolling it out slowly for everyone. So we have quick access here. Now, when this is green, that means that quick access is on. So everyone basically has quick access to your Google Meet. It's like having a door. It's unlocked and it's also wide open. So anybody can kind of just walk right in as long as they have access to that code. So that means that students can share the codes with one another and anybody can kind of get right through that open door. But when we turn quick access off, what this essentially means is not only is that door closed, people have to knock because it's locked, and you have to decide whether or not you want to let that person in. So that's what quick access is. So if students try to share those Meet links with someone else, whether it be another student in a different class or someone from outside, by doing this safeguards so that no one can just show up and walk right through that door. They have to knock first and you have to admit them in. Right? And the other two options here are share their screen or send chat messages, so you can turn those off by default too. Now, what's different about this, because I know I went over these options in a few videos ago, what's different about this is now that Google created them as sticky, they should basically stick once we close the Meet. Okay, so I only want to remove quick access. I want to make sure that everybody has to knock, and I am going to admit them in one by one. So I'm going to keep these two on, okay? So I'm leaving quick access off. Let's test it out, okay? I am going to leave it off. I'm in this Meet for a little bit, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close this out, go back into it, and let's see if those settings stuck. Okay, here we go. So I'm hanging this up. I'm leaving that call, refresh, and go back in. Now remember, this is the same Meet code that I had used from Google Calendar invitation that I made. I can also do it for Google Classroom. So here we go. I'm going to join now. And let's check out our host controls. There we go. Okay, it worked. So the quick access stayed off, which means that anybody trying to log in will need to knock. Okay, so now, my friends, I want to do a little test. So I'm over here on the right-hand side of my screen. I am going to be a very curious student who wants to now try and go and share that Meet link with someone else and have them access your Google Meet. Let's see what happens. So whether the student goes right here and copies this link, sends it over to my curious student over here on the side, tries to join this meeting, what they now are going to see, okay, see here, they have to ask to join. Before, it wouldn't have said that, okay? Let's see what happens. What do I see as the teacher when this person who was not invited, is not in my class, really shouldn't be here? Let's see what happens when they ask to join. What happens on my end? Okay, so here we go. I'm getting this message. Someone wants to join this call. Okay, so I can either deny entry or admit that student. If it's someone that you don't know, you deny entry. And now here's the thing. someone gave out that link to that student. So it has to be an opportunity where you sit down and talk to your students about being appropriate online with sharing information that they should and shouldn't share, and just make it a teachable moment. But this is a way to safeguard, to make sure that no one from the outside that you didn't invite, that isn't in your Google Classroom, has access to that Meet. My host controls in every single one of my Google Meets, for all your Google Classrooms, for all of your calendar invitations. You want people to knock first, okay? This way you can make sure that no one gets in that shouldn't be. So make sure that quick access is turned off. It should be gray. The others you can leave on, depending on what your preference is for your Meets, okay? So these are the new sticky tools. This is, I'm recording this right now on December 15th. So if you haven't gotten it yet, you will have it within the next few days. So please reach out if you have questions. Hope this helps.